have you ever found yourself in a situation where staying calm seemed impossible? Maybe in an endless traffic jam, during a heated discussion at work, or even when facing an unexpected problem that threatened to derail your entire day. The truth that few dare to admit is that most of us are at the mercy of our emotions. We react, act impulsively, and in the end, we regret it. But what if you could learn a simple, yet powerful way to transform those situations, maintaining serenity even in the most challenging moments? It's not about ignoring problems, but an approach that few truly know, the art of consciously and deliberately choosing calm. And the best part? The results are quick, and you can start now. Within every human being, there exists a sacred space, a sanctuary of tranquility that few realize they possess. It's like an oasis of peace in the desert of worries that the world constantly throws at us. When someone finds this sanctuary, they begin to see that no matter what happens outside, there is always a place of inner strength to turn to. A place where the wisdom accumulated through life, through Buddhist teachings, and through personal knowledge offers clarity to face any storm. Knowing that this fortress is available to everyone is the first step to accessing it. This place of inner calm, however, is not something one stumbles upon by chance. Modern life has a way of distancing us from our essence, as if every commitment and distraction takes us further away from our source of serenity. But those who begin to seek this active tranquility understand that it's necessary to choose to connect with it. To choose to be present, calm, and balanced, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's not something passive, but an active and conscious decision, like learning to tame a wild beast that was once uncontrollable. This is the kind of wisdom that brings lasting peace. When you find this place of strength, you also discover that it is the key to facing daily challenges with greater ease. Imagine being in the midst of work chaos, deadlines looming, and pressure mounting. Instead of succumbing to anxiety, just remember this refuge, take a deep breath, and access the calm that already lives within you. Buddhist teachings show us that, by reconnecting with this inner sanctuary, we create space to act with clarity, rather than react with fear. And it is exactly this attitude that opens the doors to the next step, making calm an active and continuous choice. Remaining calm in the midst of chaos doesn't just happen by accident. It's a choice we make every day, actively and intentionally. True serenity is born from the decision not to be swept away by the strong winds of external circumstances. Even when problems appear suddenly, wisdom teaches us that we can choose to remain calm, no matter how challenging the scenario. Instead of letting anger or fear take control, we can choose serenity as our response, aligning ourselves with the Buddhist teachings that emphasize the value of mental tranquility. Think of a situation where you could easily lose control, perhaps a heated argument at work or an unexpected mistake that disrupts your entire plan. At that very moment, there's a choice to be made. This is where the power of decision comes into play. Choosing calm doesn't mean ignoring the problem, but rather approaching it with wisdom and knowledge, which completely transforms the outcome. By choosing serenity, you open a path of clarity that allows you to act with more intelligence and compassion. This constant decision to choose calm also strengthens the mind. Over time, it becomes easier to make this choice. Situations that once triggered stress or anxiety transform into opportunities to reaffirm your inner peace. Each time you decide to act calmly, you move closer to a balanced and fulfilling life, where self-knowledge and Buddhist teachings guide your actions. And it's in this process that we begin to realize that true transformation happens within us, especially in the control we exercise over our thoughts. The human mind, by nature, is restless. Often, our thoughts resemble wild horses, running aimlessly, carrying with them worries, fears, and anxieties. But, unlike what many believe, we are not prisoners of these thoughts. We have the power to tame them, direct them, and even calm them, if we dedicate ourselves to it. Buddhist teachings reveal that the first step toward this transformation is becoming aware that thoughts are not absolute truths. They come and go like passing clouds, and it's up to us to decide which ones to embrace and which ones to let go. Imagine, for example, that you are in the midst of a significant challenge, and your mind begins to bring up all the possibilities of failure, flooding your perception with catastrophic scenarios. By allowing yourself to ride that wave of thoughts, you lose focus on the present and move further away from the solution. But by practicing the wisdom and knowledge that life and Buddhist teachings offer, it's possible to interrupt that flow, redirecting your mind to the here and now. This requires conscious effort, but over time, this control becomes easier, transforming the quality of your days. Mastering thoughts is an art that is built with patience. To begin, try simple exercises like practicing mindfulness, where you observe your thoughts without judgment. When a negative thought arises, instead of resisting it or sinking into it, acknowledge it and let it pass. This practice creates space for clearer and more positive thoughts, and most importantly, strengthens your ability to live in the present moment with calm. And this is where the importance of finding an anchor point comes in, something that keeps you centered, even when the mind tries to wander far away. Breathing, something so simple and constant in our lives, carries a power that we often underestimate. It's more than just an automatic act of the body, it's an anchor that keeps us connected to the present, even when the mind wants to wander to the future or get lost in the past. By breathing consciously, we bring our attention to the now, the only moment we truly have control over. This simple gesture, widely emphasized by Buddhist teachings, is a powerful tool for regaining calm in the midst of chaos. Imagine yourself in a stressful situation, maybe you're about to speak in public, and anxiety starts to take over. Instead of letting that feeling dominate, pause for a moment and focus on your breath. Inhale slowly and deeply, feeling the air fill your lungs, then exhale fully, releasing the accumulated tension. This small concentration exercise, so simple and accessible, can completely transform how you react to circumstances. By making breathing your ally, you rediscover balance and serenity, fundamental elements of wisdom and knowledge. Making breathing a daily practice strengthens this anchor point. It could be in the morning, taking a few minutes to breathe deeply before starting your day, or in moments of pause, while reflecting on a Buddhist teaching that touched your soul. Conscious breathing is a constant reminder that, no matter what is happening around you, you have the ability to center yourself, to be present, and to choose calm. And this is how the resilience necessary to deal with life's changes and adversities is built. True calm is shaped by resilience. Just as a tree bends before strong winds without breaking, we too are called to adapt to life's changes and challenges. The wisdom often found in Buddhist teachings reminds us that life is a journey filled with highs and lows, and our ability to adjust, rather than resist, defines our inner strength. It's not about avoiding the storms, but learning to dance with them, knowing that with each step we are growing stronger. Think of a difficult phase you faced, perhaps the loss of a job or an unexpected breakup. At first, the natural reaction might be to feel devastated or lost. However, by adopting the perspective that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth, you transform adversity into a teacher. Resilience isn't something that arises overnight, it is built with each challenge we overcome. Over time, one learns that even in the worst circumstances, there is something valuable to be gleaned, a lesson that contributes to one's spiritual and personal growth. To strengthen this resilience, it's essential to practice adaptability. Instead of resisting changes, embrace them. If something doesn't go as planned, seek new solutions, open your mind to other possibilities. Practices like meditation and daily reflection on Buddhist teachings can help develop this skill, allowing you to face each challenge with more clarity and balance. And it is in this state of mind that you begin to realize the power of pausing amid chaos, making space for a wiser and more conscious path. Amid the rush of everyday life, there is a hidden power in the simple act of pausing. Sometimes, in the heat of an argument or a moment of great tension, the first reaction is impulsive, driven by fear or anger. However, there is a precious gap between stimulus and response, and it is in this space that lies the opportunity to change the narrative. The practice of mindful pause, one of the pillars of wisdom, is a way to take control of the situation. By stepping back and breathing, you gain the clarity needed to act with serenity and compassion. Imagine being stuck in chaotic traffic, frustrated by the delay. The temptation to let frustration take over is strong, but by practicing the pause, you create space for reflection. Instead of being swept away by impatience, the pause allows you to reconnect with your center of calm. This moment of self-awareness, taught by Buddhist masters, transforms what could have been an emotional outburst into an opportunity to practice patience and wisdom. The pause is, in fact, a choice not to react immediately, but to respond in a thoughtful and conscious way. This practice can be applied in any area of life. Before sending an email in the heat of the moment, pause. Before making an important decision, reflect. The act of pausing offers a chance to reevaluate your intentions and emotional state. And by integrating this habit, you find that not only do your actions improve, but you also cultivate an environment of greater understanding and peace around you. And in this process, the next lesson arises, recognizing the immense power of the words we choose to use. The words we choose carry immense power. They can heal, but they can also hurt. In fact, Buddhist teachings always remind us of the impact our words have, both on others and on ourselves. The way we express ourselves directly reflects our inner peace, or the lack of it. When we speak with kindness and compassion, we create an atmosphere of harmony, both within and around us. And it is precisely at this point that one of life's greatest wisdom lies. Being mindful of the words we use is a powerful practice of calm and serenity. Consider that moment when you're about to say something in the heat of an argument. A poorly chosen word can trigger a much larger conflict, while a wisely chosen word can diffuse a tense situation. By remembering to pause and think before speaking, you exercise self-control and patience. An example of this would be, instead of responding with criticism, choosing a more empathetic tone, such as, "I understand your frustration, let's find a solution together." This simple adjustment in language can transform how you handle challenges and build relationships. Making this conscious effort to infuse your words with kindness not only improves your communication with others, but also strengthens your inner calm. The words you choose have the power to uplift the spirits of those around you while simultaneously nurturing your own peace. It's as if each gentle word you speak serves as a reminder of the wisdom and knowledge you are cultivating. And by abandoning the desire to control everything, you also learn to trust in the natural flow of life, where every word and action contributes to a more harmonious existence. Many of our internal conflicts stem from the illusion of control. We spend much of our lives believing that we can and should control everything around us, our relationships, the future, the outcomes. But in reality, life is unpredictable, a constant dance between the expected and the unexpected. Buddhist teachings show us that by letting go of this need for control, we find true peace. When we accept that we cannot direct every detail, we learn to flow with the currents of life instead of fighting against them. It is in this letting go that freedom resides. Imagine the feeling of trying to control something uncontrollable, like the weather. No matter how much we wish for sunny days, there are moments when the rain simply falls. The same goes for life circumstances. Trying to fight what we cannot change creates frustration and emotional exhaustion. However, by accepting situations as they are and adapting to what arises, we access a deep serenity. A practical example would be when facing a setback at work, instead of resisting the unexpected, we can adjust and see what positive outcome might emerge from this change. This is the true wisdom. Letting go of control does not mean abandoning responsibility or acting carelessly. On the contrary, it means being in harmony with life, knowing that while we can plan, there is a part of the process that does not depend on us. This act of trust allows us to live more lightly, more fluidly. When we accept the unpredictable, we begin to recognize that there is beauty in life's twists and turns. And by doing so, we open ourselves to moments of silence and contemplation, which are essential for cultivating our inner calm. Amid chaos, stillness can be a source of strength. When everything around us seems to be falling apart, finding moments of inner silence is a way to reconnect with what truly matters. Buddhist teachings encourage us to seek this stillness not just as an escape, but as a space for spiritual nourishment, where we can restore our balance and resilience. Life rarely offers us a break, but it is within this constant flow that we need to learn to cultivate intentional pauses, whether through meditation, contemplation, or simply moments of reflection. A practical example of how to create this stillness amidst the rush is to set aside a few minutes at the end of each day to disconnect. It could be something as simple as sitting in silence and listening to your breath, or taking a short walk, paying attention to the nature around you. These seemingly small moments have a profound impact on how we face daily challenges. By cultivating this habit, we strengthen our ability to find calm even in the most tumultuous situations, expanding our wisdom and knowledge about life. This stillness, however, is not a passive state, but an active practice of self-care. By allowing yourself moments of pause and introspection, you give yourself the chance to replenish your energy, revitalize your mind, and find more creative and serene solutions to the problems that arise. Over time, this practice becomes a part of who you are, transforming how you face adversities. And it is precisely in these moments of stillness that you strengthen the confidence that you can face even the greatest storms with resilience and wisdom. Adversity is inevitable. It arises when we least expect it, often testing our ability to remain calm and move forward. However, it is precisely in these moments that true strength is revealed. Just as fire forges steel, life's difficulties shape and strengthen the human spirit. The wisdom present in Buddhist teachings teaches us that by facing challenges with courage and resilience, we find within us a deep calm that is not easily shaken by external storms. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity for growth. Think of a time when you were challenged by great adversity. Perhaps it was a personal loss, a financial crisis, or an unexpected disappointment. In that moment, the feeling of despair may have been overwhelming, but looking back, you probably realize that something inside you was strengthened. It's like an athlete who, after enduring countless intense training sessions, becomes stronger and more prepared for the next competition. In the same way, each difficulty overcome prepares us for future challenges, allowing the wisdom gained to guide our steps with greater confidence. Strength in adversity is not something that develops overnight. It is built over time, as we learn to trust in our ability to overcome. Reflecting on Buddhist teachings, we understand that we are not alone on this journey. Everyone faces their own challenges, and it is this understanding that unites us in resilience. When we allow ourselves to accept and learn from adversity, we not only become stronger, but also wiser, ready to face any new storm life may bring. Now that you have learned the tools to stay calm in any situation, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue letting your emotions control you, or will you apply what you've learned and transform the way you react to adversity? The choice is yours. Remember, adversity is not an enemy. It is an opportunity to strengthen your calm and resilience. So, why not start now? Try these practices and see how your life can change. If you enjoyed this content and want to keep deepening your knowledge of wisdom and Buddhist teachings, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Don't miss the next videos, where we'll continue this journey of transformation and inner balance.